Alright guys, on this one is the state of the nation. As una know say, on the 1st of January 2026, Tinubu have stabilized and put in place how everybody will be paying tax. If you sleep with your wife, you will pay tax. If you sleep with your girlfriend, you will pay tax. If you kiss your boyfriend, you are going to pay tax for it. Listen guys, joke apart, from 2026, we all will face the most excruciating time of our lives. Yes. I want you to listen to the plight of concerned Nigerians. Then we'll take it from here.
Nigeria is worse than when Idris Abdulkarim sang Nigeria Jaga Jaga. If we can even send Nigeria back to how we used to be when this guy sang Nigeria Jaga Jaga, is better than how we are now. People are now more selfish. They are sinners. Leaders are arrogant and proud. They don't care less. They have turned to emperor. Staff, nobody to employ. Workers are so deadly. You leave your business with worker, they wreck it in 3 weeks, 1 month. No love, no law. We now have 2 laws that governs the country. One for the rich, one for the poor. We don't think anymore. All our brilliant mind have been eroded and affected and infected with poverty. Even our our professors are the one helping to rig. Our ministers are building houses for judges instead of to build houses for doctors. They are building for judges because they just want to be safe. The country is gone. Jaga Jaga is completely gone. When Idris Abdulkarim sang this song, the country was still okay. I wish they can even send us back to that time. No more country. There was a country. Nothing works. You employ people, they are just coming to cheat you. No trustworthy human being. Even pastors are corrupt. Temple of God has turned to business center. Nothing works. You cannot tell someone, help me to do this from abroad. Lie. Entitlement, sense of entitlement enters their head. You carry your matter to police station. When you get to police station, you have to buy form. You have to pay for everything. The cost of getting justice is more than the crime itself. The business that are thriving now are kidnapping, banditry, hired assassin. Nothing they work. Nothing works. You abroad hold the country tight. You that you want to japa, try by all means. No hope. It is fully hopeless. Right now, no even workforce that you can trust. No workforce. Police are not well paid. Police has turned to beggars on the road, beg for money. Army at the battlefront are shouting, what a country.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Your Excellency, because you know, say, if you fight today, you dey go fire. Yeah. That is the reason why you can't turn Nigerian married women to a shower for streets. Yeah. God give you power, make you take lead us. If they use that power, they intimidate us. You make everything hard for everybody, hard for married people, hard for singles, hard for married women. For children to eat now, a married woman go enter street, go dey fuck prick. 4 type of prick a day. As a 4, if you not do 4, your bag of rice money no go complete. 30,000. Bag of rice now 130,000 naira. President Tinubu don't turn Nigerian married women to a
Today I'm standing before you, I can brag that Nigeria is not borrowing, it's dying from local bank. The revenue, we have met our target of revenue for the whole year. We met it in August. I've reviewed this morning. non-oil.
This proves that Bola Tinubu is determined to make sure that you become even poorer than he met you. Already, he has made you 3 times poorer than he met you. But he's not stopping here. He probably wants you to become 5 times poorer. 2 huge developments this past week. I'm going to take these 2 stories from West Africa Daily. By the way, shout out to them. 5% fuel tax. Tinubu's government keep inventing new ways to punish Nigerians. His obsession with revenue, not by building wealth though, but by taxing Nigeria, is pushing import prices even higher through inflated customs valuation. We'll take them one by one, but before then, let me make it very clear to you, this man is not acting alone. Remember, he's got the backing of the Western Empire, and they're the ones who are instructing him to do this. And that's because they already saw him as somebody who is obsessed with generating revenue, not by building wealth though, for by taxing its already poor citizens. And that's why when they tell you about IGR, I just laugh. 5% fuel tax. Remember all those climate change summits that he usually attends? He's attended a couple of them since he took office, and he usually goes there to just sleep or deliver those his incoherent speeches. But the main crux is that after that, he's been instructed to come and punish you, because one of the reasons why he has introduced this fuel tax is because he wants to discourage fossil fuel. They call it unclean energy, and encourage clean energy, which is laughable because we have that so-called unclean energy in abundance, and at the stage that we are in terms of our civilization, we actually need it. But instead, the Yugo people who have gone past this stage are encouraging him to discourage what we have in abundance just because they want to punish us. So now from next year, you will see further increase in the price you're already buying petrol. Right now, people buy between 800 something naira to 900 something naira, almost 1,000. So from next year, between 40 naira and 50 naira will be added to it because you want to drive revenue. Now, this revenue, remember, when it comes in, there is nothing the average Nigeria is benefiting from the so-called revenue. It goes straight back into funding Tinubu's lifestyle, that of his family and his cronies. So if you're already complaining that you're buying fuel high prices this year, wait for the real sheke next year. The second story, now customs, rather than relying on the actual price of what you're importing to value their own tax, they are now being encouraged to value your import at their discretion. Like they can disregard your official invoice, how much you paid for what you're importing, and bring their own valuation and tax you upon that their own valuation. It is a dirty secret that encourages zero transparency. And of course, you know that apart from claiming to be driving revenue, this is also a way of settling his boys, because now bribe will increase, right? Because rather than follow the official channel with zero accountability, with extortion, you rather go through the back door and know that you're paying bribe, which I am sure the customs officers will be happy, more than happy to welcome. And of course, you know what that does to you as an importer. You're definitely going to shift the responsibility to the final consumer, because now them go here. For instance, if you haven't bought a car now, I just pity you, because any car that you're already complaining is too expensive, it's like 20 million, it's like 30 million. The rest assured that very, very soon you could be buying that car of 20 million, 30 million, and that one of 30 million up to 40 and 50 million. Again, none of this is designed to better your life, because a leader who is actually serious, who has foresight, would create wealth to increase revenue of the country, but this one doesn't. He is extracting from the one already. He's not expanding it, he's extracting, he's squeezing it to put it in the pocket of a few Nigerians.
You don't know what's coming. Now, the Taskmaster General Bola Tinubu thinks he wants to grow Nigeria GDP by taxing Nigeria. He's hired some crooked, wayward, weak, ignorant economists from the United Kingdom who had lived in the UK all their lives to come to Nigeria to think that they can tax Nigeria into a 1 trillion naira economy. You want to grow the GDP of the world most multi-dimensional poverty inflicted. It's troublesome and then it's worrisome. It's okay. It's okay. Now, we've been asking Nigerians to rise up to the occasion to demand that this government be shut down, and for no reason should Bola Tinubu return to power, because if everything in his head is about taxing already poor, impoverished, stagnant with progressive Nigerians, then there's nothing in his head. If Bola Tinubu thinks that the only way he can grow Nigeria GDP, the only way he can raise the naira, the only way he can develop our economy to tax already impoverished Nigeria, then there's no reason why we should look at him the second time. But a few persons think otherwise. Now we've been complaining, we'll be yelling to say, get this guy to stop this guy at all costs. But some of you are quiet. When the time comes, and the beautiful thing about Bola Tinubu and the system that he currently employs in government is that he works directly with the CBN and they work with the banks. So do not think that you can even evade or avoid being taxed if you earn anything. Very soon, it will only be normal for every Nigerian to walk on the street without being able to drive a car. Very soon. Already impoverished. As I talk to you, Nigeria has lost the place of middle class. There are no middle class in Nigeria. Just a few, less than 1% Nigerians are rich, and the rest are below the poverty line. And like the World Economic Rating said, we now have over 130 million Nigerians in what is now being referred to as multi-dimensional poverty. Poverty where they cannot provide basic amenities for themselves and all of that. And then somebody said, oh, the economy is futuristic and is working. And I asked, all of this money that has been made from Nigerians that have not been made to face the harsh realities of this economic policy of Bola Tinubu, which sectors have this money been reinvested in? That's the most critical. If you say that somebody is taking money from people and is futuristic about it, because these are economic policies that are very important, and I agree, but the most important thing is that it is not the conventional cash transfer, it is not all of this small cash sharing. These millions and billions and trillions, where have they been invested? Do we have better secured environment? Can our people go to farm to feed themselves now? Do we have good roads? Do we have quality roads? Are these things being invested in power? These are basic things that I thought we should know. But of course, some of us are thinking smart and we are allowing professionals who eat from all of this drama to benefit to tell us. We are singing it now. We have been crying that Nigerians who earn little above 75,000 may now start to pay as much as 20% of such money in an already bastardized economy, where a bottle of malt, a bottle of Coke, everything, bread is in hundreds. Bread is in hundreds. Is in thousands even. And we think that taxing Nigeria will be the only way to get the country to grow. This is worrisome. I'm worried. And if care is not taken, this will be very dangerous for a people that are already having criminal tendencies and in poverty. Those of you that have little cash, have little income coming, if you don't cry out now, if there is nothing that could be done, the most we can do is to bear Bola Tinubu to 2027. The most we can do. Already many Nigerians would have been tasked, a lot of things would have happened. The most we can do is to bear this guy to 2027. If not, it is well.
Congratulations, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Congratulations for all you are doing for Nigerians and especially what you have done for me. Carry the camera, come. This is a 2014 Honda Accord. 2014. This car, they spit out 278 horsepower. I buy this car 2 years ago when the economy good small. But I just get the information now. According to this newspaper report, say now they're going to charge us 5% for any amount where you take for your vehicle starting January 1st. It means if I to fill this car with 80,000 naira, I will give President Tinubu 4,000 naira. I don't make up my mind. As I talk to you like Lagos, I don't sell the car. I send a lawyer buy him, he don't put an NBA sticker on top, say, now I can't get him now. I have sold this car after 2 years of using it. I love this car. Those who know me know this car. Now, I don't do a leader to take buy small Camry 4 plug because it's on a V6 where I go take they do manage, and if money not dey pocket, I even take do both. Two things. If you see me they do both for Bini, mind your business. Not be only you know me for social media. If you see me they trek until I get money to buy that Camry, mind your business. Abi, that one are number 2. Then, if you did similar situation, this economy they show you as it don't show me now. Be bold enough to take critical decisions as it pertains to your life. What we are doing now is called economic re-engineering. We are cutting costs so that we can take the money and put it in another place. So it's up to you to take this decision. January 1st is the day and a date with the Lord. Thank you and God bless you for another one this morning.
Did you know that starting from January 1st, 2026, every Nigerian would begin paying an additional 5% tax on every liter of fuel purchased. Oh, you're not aware? Well, now you know. This is part of the new Harmonized Tax Act, recently signed into law by President Bola Tinubu, aimed at restructuring the country's tax system. Now, under this law, anytime you buy petrol, diesel, or any petroleum product, that extra 5% will be added directly at the pump. Now, this means fuel prices, which have already been a major burden on Nigerians since subsidy removal, will now carry an extra cost. For example, let me explain. If fuel currently sells at 700 naira per litre, with the new levy, you'll be paying an additional 35 naira on every litre. Now, for motorists, transporters, and even businesses that rely heavily on generators, this will translate into a significant increase in daily expenses. The government, however, explained that this move is not just about raising revenue, but also about expanding the tax nest in a way that touches consumption, since almost every Nigerian makes use of fuel directly or indirectly. The new law consolidates multiple taxes and levies into a single framework, and petrol purchase is now one of the entry points for tax collection. But that's not the only change coming in 2026, guys. Did you also know that from January 1st, 2026, any Nigerian who earns more than 800,000 naira annually, that is roughly 66,000 naira per month, will now be required to pay personal income tax? This is not limited to people in the formal sector again, no. Whether you're working in office or not. See, whether you are a tailor, whether you are a carpenter, whether you are a trader, artisan, freelancer, as long as the money enters into your bank account in a year exceed 800,000 naira, you fall into the tax nest. Now, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, has been mandated to work with banks to ensure compliance. This means that tax deduction will now be more automated and harder to evade, since financial institutions will help track income flow. For Nigerians who have never had to deal with tax payment before, this will be a major shift in personal finance management. In signing the bill to law, President Bola Tinubu emphasized that the goal is to widen Nigerians' tax base, reduce over-reliance on crude oil revenues, and create a more sustainable system for funding infrastructure, healthcare, education, and other public services. According to him, countries around the world depend heavily on tax revenue, and Nigeria must align with global practices. Now, guys, taxation here itself is not the problem. Every country taxes its citizens, we understand that. The problem here is, what are Nigerians getting in return? Because most workers already pay e-tax, businesses already pay multiple levies, and yet, look around you. Bad road, no light, poor healthcare. I mean, we literally have to provide all of these basic needs for ourselves. So the fear is that this new law will take more from the little that we're already struggling with, without giving us the value we deserve, which is very, very heartbreaking. Well, this will become our reality come January 2026. So brace up, besties, because it's about to be a long one. My name is Woyolua Olajide, and you have been watching So This Happened on Punch Newspapers. Please do well to leave your thoughts in the comments, like, follow us on all social media platforms, and until when next I appear on your screen, try not to trend for the wrong readings, because myself, I will report it. Bye!
The United States Embassy in Nigeria has quietly started cancelling visas that were already issued to Nigerian citizens. The sudden action has left professionals, entrepreneurs, frequent travelers, and families stranded, disrupting their plans and costing them money. Former NNPC spokesperson Olufemi Shonoye revealed this in an article titled
the quiet revocation. Why is the US silently cancelling Nigerian visas? According to him, several affected people confirmed they received letters from the embassy in recent weeks. The letter instructed them to submit their passport at the consulate in Lagos or Abuja. However, once they did, their visa were simply cancelled without explanation. The notices reference a US law titled 22 Code of the Federal Regulation Section 41, subsection 122, claiming that new information became available after the visas was issued, but no details, evidence, or rights to be appealed were provided. Those affected include a well-known journalist, the head of the federal government agency who was scheduled to deliver an international speech, an Abuja-based entrepreneur with flawless travel history. Trump, things they happen. So for those of you where you say you don't get visa, and you travel go America, they fit bounce you back when you reach airport because if you don't cancel your visa without your knowledge.
APC oye, APC oye, HINEC oye, HINEC oye. My people, APC and HINEC have done it again. Oh, what APC cannot do does not exist. Make all of us as Nigerians pause for 1 minute silence for the soul of democracy in this country. May Nigerians decide to have the courage and wake up to save democracy and our lives for this country before it is too late. Because this one where we did so, na express we don't enter. So the sole administrator for Rivers State, Chivibogete Ibas, through the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, they don't conclude the local government election for Rivers State. They don't even give certificate of return to the people who win. Everything they happen in the speed of light. There is a hurry to conclude the process. And when you see the result where don't come out, so trust them not to disappoint you. APC don't win 20 local government, PDP win 3. The duly elected governor of Rivers State, Sasiminalayi Fubara, lost his own local government to Pobonkoro to APC. That is where the results stand now. But when you go into the details of waiting they happen and waiting they on ground, you will weep for this country for where we dey. My prayer for Nigerians be say, may it not be too late before when I realize or all of us realize say HINEC and judiciary are the weapon fashioned against all of us. And if we not mobilize ourselves and fix this issue before 2027, what they are doing where they go on so is testing the mic for 2027. They are only laying foundation and groundwork because they know that it is not even election, not even necessary. The only route for them is electoral malpractice and election rigging. So waiting be the lessons from these Rivers State elections. Number one, if you follow the results, for one local government, Obiakpo, the person where wins score more than 320,000 votes. Meanwhile, for that same Rivers State, President Tinubu total votes 2023 was less than 200,000. And when they claim say somebody scored 300,000, then you look at the pictures of the empty polling units. Some of the officials, they sleep because a good number of Rivers people decided to stay for house, say they're not going to even come out. But people still manage to gather 320-something thousand votes for just one local government. The number one lesson they say it is easier to vote during local government where the duly elected governor no take part. It is easier to vote than to even vote for presidential and governorship election. Ori buruku lenshe INEC. Oshilenshe ori buruku lenshe. Now una supposed to they do NSPPD for una followers because what you cannot do does not exist. The second lesson be say, my dear people, whether you decide to take part or not, it does not matter. You say you no go vote as a Rivers State person. They don't elect leaders. They go swear them in. They will be your chairman. You will have to deal with them for their full tenure. So Nigerians, if you do nothing about this criminal system, whether you say you no go vote 2027, it does not mean there will be no vacuum. There will have to be president. There will have to be senators. There will have to be governors. Anybody that emerges where they announce for midnight, you will have to deal with them for another 4 years. Better find the wisdom and courage to fix the system now before it is too late. The third lesson be say, the entire talk about local government autonomy by the APC is complete mischief. There is no desire for local government autonomy. I don't talk on before that local government autonomy without accountability is decentralization of corruption, and the election don't show clear. So what you people are engaging in is grassroots corruption mobilization program. Because you, a party where they talk about local government autonomy, you enter peace deal. An illegitimate sole administrator, is conducting an illegitimate local government chairmanship election because the sole administrator was sworn in by a law that is only known to President Tinubu and APC, and even against court order, go ahead to conduct election where the peace deal, the agreement is allegedly that the duly elected governor no go take part in the process. Why? Because a former governor and current minister will be the one to take charge. That is why since the results happen and since the election finished, the only person where they run in mouth, they talk for interview everywhere, is the minister for FCT. So the duly elected governor go step aside. So now we sure say maybe peace go down day, so he go need to come back after his suspension done day lifted. Let us see how this piece of the graveyard will go. Nigerians, it is up to all of us. Opposition, no be time where we say una go dey give statement. Coalition, we condemn what happened in Rivers State, condemn this. Condemnation no go do this one, no. When APC was opposition, they protest against Jonathan. If una not ready to mobilize and protest against this system and demand that this thing is fixed, the electoral process is reformed, then we are wasting time because condemnations will not do it this period. INEC and APC, continue. This will continue for as long as Nigerians permit it. I hope that enough will be enough, soon enough for Nigerians. God bless Nigeria. My name is Peter for Nigeria. Rivers State people, Hamae, APC, oh yeah.
I know Anambra very well. And so, when I met the governor who had just finished his tenure, I asked him, I said, my dear brother, I had been longing to thank you immensely. You did something remarkably well. God bless you. He said, my brother, what is that? I said, the international airport you built in Oka. I said, I am exceedingly happy. He said, oh my God, I'm happy hearing it from you. Then I added, I said, where did you get the money? He said, Biko, now my former colleague left the money behind. I laughed at it. I said, he left it. He said, frankly speaking, he left money in foreign currency. It's the money I saw. I said, look, let me leave a legacy before we go. So, I'm not promising. I won't leave money. I'm owing them here. And I'll use the money well. Sir, my people in Taraba State, you have heard him. It's left for us to decide. Do we want a Nigeria of promise for our children, or we want until we are kidnapped with our wives and kept in another place and be at the mercy of the kidnappers? All this is left for us to tell ourselves. I would rather that we will live in the very comfortable and live a full life as decent citizens in this country. We were in the office before coming here. He said, are you exporting coffee? Are you exporting tea?
Do you know the funny part of this whole thing? A lot of us are still taking it as a joke. Tinubu and his satanic administration, APC, they are sinking Nigeria every day. These same satanic individualisms have been recycling themselves since Nigeria was created. Look where we are today. If Tinubu win 2027, we're not going to understand the difference between I will be there and I shall be there. This is Nigeria Watch Media. What do I know? Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that are affecting you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.